Good morning. Today we're going to talk a little bit about self-efficacy. Self-efficacy is your belief in your ability to achieve certain specific things. So self-efficacy is considered pretty important for attaining one's goals. Hold on, have a little cup. I like my Star Wars cup. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Excuse me one moment. Sorry, had to take a drink of coffee. So anyways, where was I? Yes, self-efficacy. Oh, let's use coffee as an example. So I have drank coffee before. I know that I can tolerate the caffeine involved with it, and I like it. This is kind of a weird example, but since I have had previous experience of drinking coffee, and I know I can do that and enjoy it, my belief system that I can in fact do that is developed. That's how self-efficacy works. So you go out and you go on a 1 mile hike. Never done it before. Never done an event like that before. But then you go and you do that. You accomplish it. Now you have a sense that you can in fact do that activity. You can go out and walk or hike for a mile. So the next time you go to do the same activity, you have starting to develop within you self-efficacy towards the success at hiking or walking 1 mile. So for those who have lost weight before, if you've done it before, you develop self-efficacy that you can in fact accomplish those things. The negative thing is that if you find yourself achieving your goals and then kind of regressing back over and over, you start to kind of develop the opposite of self-efficacy, which is, well, I suppose it's like the dark side of self-efficacy, that you will achieve things, but only temporarily. So you'd actually have to accomplish a goal for a long period of time to develop the belief in yourself that you can sustain change. So self-efficacy is an interesting thing. How do you cultivate self-efficacy? I can tell you about these principles and these things, but if they don't help you, then what's the point, right? So how do you take baby steps to develop within yourself self-efficacy? Well, exactly just like that, baby steps. Okay, so let's see, if I wanted you to have belief that you could achieve a certain thing, if I set the bar really, really, really high, all the way out of the camera high, okay? Every time you fall short of that, you're not going to develop self-efficacy towards a certain thing, okay? So what you want to do, and this is kind of controversial, is set the bar fairly low. Make small goals that are attainable, easily attainable. And then as you are successful at that, you start developing self-efficacy. You start raising the bar for yourself. So what would a goal look like that in the case of weight loss? Well, maybe losing 1 pound. Maybe nothing like that. Maybe just going to the gym a couple times a week. You have to start someplace that's fairly attainable. Stretch goals where something's just on the outside of your ability to do, or maybe something you haven't done before, is good. But if everything that you go out to do is the stretch goal, it's going to be kind of a self-defeating thing. So that is self-efficacy, and that is an idea of how to cultivate it for yourself. So I would like you to think on, maybe you have some goals in mind, maybe there's some things that you want, but you've never accomplished those things before, so you're not really sure where to start. Well, the first thing is anything that is maybe perhaps not necessarily to the full distance of your goal, just maybe some micro goals leading up to that. Start setting those up and start succeeding in those small baby steps to help develop a belief in your ability to be successful. If you imagine that you just simply have to be in a calorie deficit for 6 months to get to the weight goal that you're trying to reach, if you can be in your calorie range for one day, now you've developed a self-efficacy that you can in fact do that for one day, perhaps 2 days in a row. Well, now you know when you get back on track, you can do that for 2 days in a row. You slowly start building up this belief that you can do these things. That's how it works. That the nervousness towards can I actually be successful? Do I really want to undertake this? I don't want to be disappointed. Don't think of it as I've got to hike to the top of this mountain. Think of it as I have to take my first step and then my second step. And my second step's easier because I know I can take one step. I took my first one. And my third step is easier because I know I've taken 2 steps. And slowly over time, your ability to deal with being somewhat uncomfortable and also dealing with self-doubt. You'll literally be training your mind to deal with self-doubt and replacing it with self-efficacy.